run a new part, we're going to hit F2 for load, and we're going to double click to the C drive, and then double click on ONC Work. This particular file was located in a subfolder of ONC Work. Lots of times I'll group my projects together. You don't have to. Many people just dump them all together. But we recommend that you store them in this ONC Work folder. And we're going to load in the pawn. And at this point, we've already set up our part. It's already indexed so that the machine knows where the material is. We can simply hit cycle start to begin running the part. And the type of plastic we're cutting right now is a Delrin material. We're doing black pieces for one side of the chessboard and white pieces for the other side. And while it's cutting, I don't like to make a lot of changes while running the part, but if you want to see, right now there's one line of the G code that's being executed up here. If you'd rather see all of your G code lines instead of the part, if you hit F8 for G code, you can see the whole program as it's coming up, and then you have a better idea of what's happening right there. If I want to go back to the graphical presentation, I can hit F8 for graph. We've lost the traces of where it's been, but we can see right where it is. I'm going to hit tool check on the screen, so that way it just stops it. And I'm going to clean this off just so we can see the part as it's forming a little better. So I'm just going to pull this off. And then sometimes as it's just rubbing, it may even affect the finish of the final part. You'll get little lines on it that you didn't expect. So I'm just going to pull this off. If this were aluminum chips, you probably wouldn't want to be doing this with your fingers. You would want to use I'll usually use like a pair of needle nose pliers just to grab it and pull it off so that you don't cut your fingers. In the case of the plastic, it's very safe to just pull it off with your fingers. But as it's roughing in, now I'm going to close the door and I'm just going to hit cycle start again to continue processing this part. looks like it just finished its finishing cut. And as soon as it stops, we're going to switch the tool to the parting tool to sever it off. Lid. I'm going to use my acid brush just to clean this up a little bit. Pull this off. And this is the actual base of where we're cutting, so remember, it's the middle one to loosen this up. Pull this out, set it outside of the machine. Never rest tools in the work area of the machine. Set that down in, tighten it back up. And then we're going to jog, after we close the door, we're going to jog it right to there. I'm going to go ahead and get it close so I can see it a little bit better. But when the door is open, it only moves at a slow jog. If we close the door, it can move at a fast jog. So I'm going to go ahead and, just to save some time, switch it over to a faster speed. And now go to slow and bring it up close to it. And it looks like I'm right along that edge. So I'll go ahead and turn on the spindle. I'm going to switch it to manual spindle first. Turn on the spindle. Make sure it's on slow jog, which is slowed way down in order to do it. And then I'm going to begin moving it in. And we just severed the part. Now I'm going to back it off. And turn the spindle back off. And now I can retrieve my part. And usually you'll get a little bit of a nub on the bottom. And what we normally do is just take a little piece of sandpaper and rub it off by sanding that little bit off. And now we have our completed pawn.